Hi folks, welcome to your mwis Winter Planner. This updated on Friday the 6th of January. It's a generally unsettled pattern that takes us forwards over a week or more, with often challenging conditions to be found across the mountains, frequent precipitation, windy conditions, gales or severe gales quite common over higher terrain, often on the chillier side, with the mountain terrain generally below freezing point, especially in Scotland where snow will accumulate most readily, whereas England and Wales will see some periods of freeze and thaw. Looking at the general pressure patterns then over the next few weeks, and where we see the blue-green colours on this chart, that indicates lower than average pressure for the time of the year, and that then maintains an unsettled weather scenario across our part of the world. We will just see the jet stream more often a little bit to the south of us, which does then just keep us under the more cooler air masses. High pressure, the pinker colours at this stage, is very much focused further out to the east. That's for the week ahead. It's a similar trend, really, as we go onwards through the middle of January, with low pressure most likely still nearby. There's lower confidence naturally as we go further forwards, but the signal is there that things are likely to stay rather unsettled. Again, maybe still favouring slightly cooler sources of air coming around to us on west by northwesterly winds. High pressure then is around the Azores and well out to the east. A suggestion at this stage of just a build of pressure towards the south of us as we go to the final week of the month. That may be just the signal for something a bit quieter trying to develop in the weather patterns. It's a long way off to start getting anything confident, but just maybe something of a pattern change there. We're just losing that signal for lower pressure towards the north. In terms of temperature, probably around average. It would just depend exactly where the source of the air is. Let's have a look through some shorter range details. This is the freezing level chart and we'll take you through the week ahead. And as we go into early Saturday, things are relatively mild. We're just above freezing point to the highest summits and there's some rain coming through. But that freezing level will drop again from the west as we go into early Saturday and dropping towards around 900 metres. So do watch some icy conditions developing then on the higher slopes, especially where some thawing has taken place. That freezing level will stay similar down to around 800 metres through both Sunday and Monday. So the higher terrain then is broadly frozen. Again, watch for some icy conditions in places, maybe a touch of frost in one or two glens, just where we see some clearer skies, possibly overnight. But broadly, that freezing level on the mountains stays at around 800 metres or so through into the start of the new week. Looks as though by Tuesday we may just see the next push of some milder air running in across mainly England and Wales. Possibly the northern side of that just sees something of a lower freezing level as some precipitation runs into the mix. That does just tend to bring the freezing level down as that rain and snow falls through the air. It chills the air off for a while. Maybe just a brief lift of freezing level across the highlands as a warm sector comes through, but a cold front would follow. And as we go to overnight into Wednesday, we're seeing a drop of freezing level again back below 800 metres across most areas. And through the middle and second half of the week, probably that similar sort of pattern where it's give or take 800 metres, maybe a little bit lower northern Scotland, a little bit higher further south across England and Wales. Wales maybe more often just near or above freezing point to the highest tops. Scotland, though, is holding on typically to some much colder air. The situation for lying snow looks like this, and it's the Cairngorms that probably is the greatest extent of snow on the ground across the mountains. It's a little bit variable, so do be aware of that. And there's some patchy snow, I suppose, across more western mountains in Scotland, but still in places some substantial coverage that is in place. Some icy patches and a few sort of local pockets of snow on the tops in England and Wales, but nothing really showing up on this particular model chart, so it's not that extensive. Taking things onwards, then we'll skip the story through over a few days. You'll just see how things change slightly. Some accumulation developing there a bit further across Scotland through Sunday as we see some showers that come in. Nothing huge in terms of depth, but still just topping up an accumulation. Monday similar, and we're seeing lying snow across the Highlands. On Tuesday, there just is an increase there through Tuesday daytime as those fronts come through. Maybe a period of snow and a bit of rain higher up for a while, and then coming back down as snow again once more. And maybe through the middle part of the week, some more substantial falls coming in across the Highlands on those chilly westerly winds, so that could well top things up quite a bit across western Scotland in particular, but fairly extensively across the country, and some snow showing up across the higher tops in northern England as well on this particular model chart. With the wind often being strong, the westerly flow, it may well be that some of the greatest depths are in slightly sheltered spots just north or northeast of some of the major summits in the Highlands, so that's where the snow would accumulate greatest and not get scoured off by the wind strength. So the westerly winds just maybe limiting the extent of lying snow on the most windward west-facing slopes. Your general weather situation looking like this. We have a frontal system then moving through on Saturday. It's a spell of rain that's more or less cleared Scotland by dawn. Some heavy rain still around across Pennine areas though through the morning, that clearing, and some heavy showers following in from the west as a trough moves in to Wales and later on into Cumbria, and some of that getting into southwest Scotland too. So some showers with some hail and a chance of an isolated rumble of thunder. It's an increasingly windy day as the isobars squeeze together once more, gales developing from the west, becoming severe especially into the evening. A generally windy day through Sunday. Gale force winds across many mountains throughout the daytime. One where we're seeing clusters of showers coming in on those west by southwesterly winds. Those heavy, again, with the risk of hail and thunder and snow falling above around 500 or 600 metres. So do be aware of some rather difficult conditions that will be around on the mountains. For Monday, the wind flow is more directly westerly, so a slight change in distribution of where the showers occur, but it's still western facing regions most prone to snow and hail, falling to again pretty low elevations. Further east that you go, fewer showers and some sunshine breaking through. The cloud base will be really up and down in and out of showers, but often covering many western tops. It's windy once more, the risk of extensive gales across many mountains, possibly slightly lower wind speeds across some parts of north and eastern Scotland, but still be aware of significant wind chill. There's the warm sector that is coming in around Tuesday. The northern side of this warm front then is still in the cold air, and that's where there's the scope for some snow falling to, again, fairly low elevations as that runs in, briefly turning back to rain before the cold front then comes through. A spell of rain extensive across the hills of England and Wales, up to higher tops as temperatures rise well above freezing, at least for a time. Again, a windy day is likely, the threat of gales across many mountains. Staying very unsettled, expect that windy picture to be around through midweek. Maybe quite a deep area of low pressure passing across northern Scotland, so severe gales, maybe stormy conditions, quite extensive for a time here. Once more, frequent or constant precipitation falling as snow or hail, again to low elevations, most persistent in western regions. Expect difficult conditions then to be a common theme in the forecasts for the days ahead. Stay up to date on our website. That is your winter planner. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.